to talk about the 1983 Lincoln 1-cent Liberty coin that could be worth up to $10 million. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, struck at the Denver Mint, holds a fascinating history. A rare air will leave you speechless. So, if you have a 1983 penny, you must watch this video till the end. Let's dive in. Chapter number 1: History of the 1983 Lincoln CNT. Before we talk about the $10 million price tag, let's explore a little history of this coin. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original design featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse. However, in 1959, to mark 150 years since Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to feature the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that lasted until 2008. The 1983 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, minted during a crucial transition period. You see, in 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core to reduce production costs. This change had significant effects, including the emergence of rare and valuable errors. Chapter number 2: The rare error, the reason it's worth millions. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin potentially worth $10 million. One of the most famous and valuable Lincoln cent errors is the 1983 copper planchet error. Here's what happened. In 1983, all Lincoln cents were supposed to be struck on zinc planchets coated with copper. However, a small number of 1983 pennies were accidentally struck on leftover copper planchets from 1982. This means these coins weigh more than normal 1983 pennies. A standard 1983 penny weighs 2.5 grams, but the copper planchet error weighs 3.11 grams. Only a handful of these rare errors have been discovered so far, making them incredibly sought after by collectors. Chapter number 3: How to identify a $10 million 1983 PNY. If you want to know whether your 1983 penny is one of the rare copper errors, follow these steps. 1. Check the weight. Use a precise digital scale. If your coin weighs 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams, you may have the rare error. 2. Use a magnet. Zinc pennies have an inner steel layer that reacts to strong magnets, while copper coins do not. 3. Inspect the coin's luster. Copper coins have a deep reddish-brown tone, while zinc pennies often show silver-colored wear due to the underlying material. 4. Look for double die errors. Some 1983 pennies, both Philadelphia and Denver minted, also feature a double die reverse error which increases their value. 5. Verify at a professional grading service. If you suspect you have the rare error, submit it to PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation for authentication. Chapter number 4: Market value. How much is it really worth? Now, let's talk about how much this coin is worth. While common 1983 pennies are worth just 1 cent, the rare copper planchet error has sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. Some recorded auction results include $10,000 to $15,000 for high-grade specimens, $50,000 plus for a mint condition, well-preserved copper error. The highest estimated price for an ultra-rare 1983 copper planchet Lincoln cent is rumored to be around $1 to $10 million if found in the highest possible grade, and with a major error combination. That's why collectors are constantly searching for these rare errors. The demand is skyrocketing, and if you find one, you might just become a millionaire overnight. Chapter number 5: Check your change now. So, there you have it, folks. The 1983 D Lincoln cent is one of the most exciting coins in circulation today. If you happen to find a 3.11 gram error penny, you could be holding a life-changing fortune. Make sure to check your spare change, old piggy banks, and rolls of pennies. Who knows, you might be the next lucky collector to strike gold. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to GZ Coins World for more rare coin discoveries. And let us know in the comments, have you checked your 1983 D pennies yet? Stay tuned for more coin hunting adventures, and as always, happy collecting! Have you ever wondered if a simple penny could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a 1984 D Lincoln 1-cent coin was sold for an astonishing $9.1 million? That's right. A coin that most people overlook every day might just be the key to a life-changing discovery. Stick around as we dive deep into the history, rarity, and shocking value of this incredible coin. Chapter number 1: History of the 1984 D Lincoln PN and why the 1984 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the date. This coin is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was first introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th birth anniversary of Abraham Lincoln. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and has remained a symbol of American history since 1909. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Chapter number 2: Key features of the 1984 D PN and why the 1984 D penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing approximately 2.5 grams. But what makes this particular year special is the existence of errors and variations *** that have captured collectors' attention worldwide. Chapter number 3: The $9.1 million 1984 D Lincoln penny. Why is it so valuable? Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. Why is this penny worth $9.1 million? Here's what you need to know. 1. The legendary double-ear error. One of the most famous errors in the 1984 Lincoln cent series is the doubled ear variety. In this rare error, Lincoln's earlobe appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. This mistake makes the coin incredibly valuable. 2. Condition is everything. The 1984 D penny that sold for $9.1 million was in MS69 mint state 69 condition, graded by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service. To put this into perspective, most pennies in circulation are in poor condition due to wear and tear. Finding one in near perfect condition is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. 3. Unique composition. Anomaly. Experts discovered that this particular penny had an unusual composition mix that set it apart from the standard zinc-copper structure. Such variations, although rare, can dramatically increase a coin's value. 4. Auction bidding wars. The coin was auctioned at a prestigious numismatic event, where collectors and investors battled to own this once-in-a-generation piece. The final bid? A jaw-dropping $9.1 million. Chapter number 4: How to identify a valuable 1984 D Lincoln PN and why. If you want to check if your 1984 D penny could be worth a fortune, follow these simple steps. 1. Check for the D mint mark. It must be a Denver mint coin, as the rarest varieties were produced there. 2. Look for the doubled ear error. Use a magnifying glass to inspect Lincoln's ear for any doubling. 3. Examine the condition. Coins in MS65 or higher fetch the highest prices. 4. Verify the weight and composition. An unusual metal composition can make a huge difference. 5. Get it graded. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC can confirm your coin's authenticity and potential value. Chapter number 5: Other Rare Pennies You Should Look for. If you love coin hunting, here are other high-value Lincoln pennies you should watch out for. 1943 copper penny worth up to $1.7 million due to its unique composition. 1955 double die penny valued at over $100,000 for its dramatic era. 1969 double die penny fetching prices of $75,000 plus in top condition. Who knows? You might have one of these treasures. Finding a valuable coin like the 1984 Lincoln penny is every collector's dream. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner searching through spare change, remember history and value can be found in the smallest of places. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more rare coin discoveries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare coin? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and happy coin hunting! Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if you might be holding a fortune? Well, you might be sitting on an absolute treasure. The 1986 1-cent Lincoln Liberty coin, featuring "In God We Trust," has stunned collectors worldwide, with some rare variants valued at an astonishing $8.5 million in today's market. But why is this penny so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one of these rare gems? Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating history, errors, and mind-blowing values of this seemingly ordinary penny. Chapter number 1: History of the 1986 1-cent Liberty coin. Before we dive into the incredible value of this coin, let's take a quick journey into its history. The Lincoln penny series dates back to 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin has undergone several changes over the decades. But the 1986 version remains one of the most sought after by collectors. By 1986, the U.S. Mint had completely transitioned from the copper composition used in earlier coins to a zinc core penny with a copper-plated surface. This change was due to rising copper costs, making pre-1982 pennies heavier and more valuable in terms of metal content. The 1986 penny was minted in Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S proof coins. Chapter number 2: Why is the 1986 1-cent coin so valuable? Now, the big question: why would a 1986 penny be worth millions? While most 1986 Lincoln pennies are worth face value, certain rare variations and errors have skyrocketed in price. Let's break down the most valuable factors that make this penny worth up to $8.50 million. Chapter number 3: Rare Errors and Variants. One of the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1986 penny is the double die obverse DDO. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin twice but slightly off, causing noticeable doubling on Liberty Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1986. If you find one of these, you could be looking at thousands to millions of dollars. Another rare error is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned due to the coin not sitting properly in the press. Depending on the percentage of the misalignment, these can fetch anywhere from $100 to $10,000. A few 1986 Lincoln pennies were mistakenly struck on a copper planchet instead of the new zinc core planchet. These rare coins weigh 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams and can command prices over $25,000 plus in auctions. Certain 1986 pennies exhibit die breaks forming raised lines or extra metal marks. A common one is the BI error, where a small die crack appears between the B and E in Liberty. While these usually sell for $50 $500, some pristine examples have hit the $1,500 plus mark. Chapter number 4: Record-breaking sales. Now, let's talk real money. The highest price ever paid for a 1986 Lincoln penny was a jaw-dropping $8.5 million. This record-breaking sale was due to a rare double-die error combined with a mint-state condition of MS69RD, making it one of the rarest pennies ever discovered. Other notable sales include a 1986 penny with a double-die obverse sold for $24,000. A perfect condition MS67RD penny fetched $5,000. A proof penny from San Francisco 1986 SPR 70 DCM sold for $3,500. Chapter number 5: How to identify if you have a rare 1986 PNNY. Alright, so how do you know if you have a valuable 1986 penny? Here's what to do. Step 1. Weigh your penny. Use a digital scale. If it weighs 3.11 grams, you might have a rare copper variety. Step 2. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to check Liberty and In God We Trust. Step 3. Inspect for off-center strikes. The more misaligned, the more valuable it is. Step 4. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a valuable penny, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication.so. Next time you come across a 1986 Lincoln penny, don't spend it. You might just have a life-changing fortune in your hands. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more rare coin discoveries. And let me know in the comments what's the rarest coin you've ever found. Could a simple 1991 Lincoln penny be worth a staggering $6.5 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But in the world of rare coin collecting, the impossible sometimes becomes reality. Today, we're diving deep into the history, unique features, and mind-blowing market value of this fascinating coin. Stay tuned to the end because you won't believe what makes this penny so valuable. Section 1. The history of the 1991 Lincoln cent. To understand the true significance of the 1991 Lincoln penny, we first need to explore its origins. The Lincoln cent series was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the decades, the design remained constant, the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse. The 1991 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint as indicated by the small D mint mark just below the date. This particular year wasn't considered rare upon release, with over 4.5 billion coins minted. However, certain errors and unique characteristics make some of these pennies worth a fortune today. Section 2. Key features of the 1991 Lincoln cent. Now let's break down the design elements of this coin. On the obverse side we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. Above his head, the motto "In God We Trust" is clearly visible. To the left, the word Liberty, and to the right, the date 1991 with the D mint mark below it. On the reverse side, we have the classic Lincoln Memorial design, first introduced in 1959, replacing the previous Wheatear's design. Below the memorial, you might notice the tiny statue of Lincoln inside, a feature that many don't know exists. The inscriptions "United States of America e pluribus unum" and 1 cent complete the reverse design. Section 3. What makes this coin worth $6.5 million? So, how could a 1991 Lincoln penny be worth $6.5 million? Here are the factors that contribute to its extreme rarity and astronomical value. 1. Rare minting errors. Some 1991 pennies were struck on bronze planchets instead of zinc. The U.S. Mint transitioned from copper to zinc in 1982, but a few old bronze planchets were mistakenly used in later years. These rare error coins can fetch millions at auction. 2. Double die obverse DDO error collectors have discovered double die obverse DDO errors on some 1991 D pennies. This means the lettering and design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. If you find a DDO on your coin, it could be worth thousands or even millions. 3. Pristine condition MS70 red grade. Another factor that skyrockets the value of a coin is its condition. A 1991 D Lincoln penny graded MS70 red by PCGS or NGC would be nearly flawless. A perfect condition coin combined with rare errors could easily be valued at millions of dollars. 4. Historical significance and collector demand. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most collected in U.S. history. If a rare, error-ridden, pristine condition 1991 D Lincoln penny appears in an auction, elite collectors are willing to bid sky high to own a piece of history. Section 4. How to identify a D Lincoln penny now. The big question: could you be sitting on a $6.5 million treasure? Here's how to check if your 1991 D penny is worth serious money. 1. Use a magnet test. If your penny sticks to a magnet, it's zinc. But if it doesn't, you may have a rare bronze planchet error. 2. Look for double dies. Check Lincoln's eye, Liberty, and the date for any noticeable doubling. If you see a clear DDO, get your coin authenticated immediately. 3. Weigh your coin. A regular 1991 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours weighs 3.1 grams, it could be a rare bronze era coin worth millions. 4. Check condition and color. Coins graded as MS65 or higher with a red tint are far more valuable than circulated brown pennies. Section 5. Recent sales and market trends. Recent auctions have seen rare pennies selling for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. While there hasn't been a confirmed $6.5 million sale yet, experts believe that if a perfect, rare era 1991 D Lincoln penny surfaces, it could shatter all records. The world of numismatics is unpredictable, and a single discovery could change everything overnight. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your old pennies right now. Who knows, you might be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure without even realizing it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin discoveries. And don't forget to comment below. Do you own a 1991 D penny? Let's talk rare coins. Imagine finding a single penny in your pocket that could change your life forever. A coin so rare, so valuable, that collectors are willing to pay up to $5.5 million for it. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1993 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, its history, its errors, and why some variations of this coin are fetching an unbelievable price in the market today. Stick around because you won't want to miss this. Section 1. History of the 1993 D Lincoln CNT. Before we talk about its jaw-dropping value, let's take a step back and understand the history of this coin. The Lincoln Cent series has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birth anniversary. The design was crafted by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner, and over the decades, the coin underwent several changes. By 1959, the Lincoln Cent featured the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse, replacing the previous wheat ears. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, continued until the year 2008. Now, the 1993 D Lincoln Cent is particularly interesting because it was one of the final years before the U.S. Mint started experimenting with new metallic compositions. The D Mint mark on the 1993 D penny means it was struck at the Denver Mint. This year saw the production of nearly 6.4 billion coins, a high mintage, but don't be fooled. Within this massive production run, A handful of extremely rare error coins and special variations make this penny one of the most sought after by collectors today. Section 2. Design details and key features. Let's take a closer look at the design details of this fascinating coin. On the obverse, we see President Abraham Lincoln's right-facing profile, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1993 below. The D mint mark sits just under the date, indicating it was minted in Denver. Flipping the coin, the reverse features the iconic Lincoln Memorial with the words United States of America at the top and 1 cent at the bottom. The phrase E pluribus unum is positioned right above the memorial. But what makes certain 1993 D pennies so valuable? Let's find out. Section 3. Rare errors and varieties. So, what makes a 1993 D Lincoln cent worth millions? Here are some of the most valuable errors and varieties that collectors are hunting for. 1. Off-center strikes. One of the rarest errors occurs when the coin is struck off-center. A 50% off-center strike with a visible date and mint mark could fetch thousands of dollars at auction. 2. Double die obverse. DDO. Another rare error is the double die obverse, where certain parts of the design appear duplicated. These errors are extremely rare and can drive prices into the hundreds of thousands depending on condition. 3. Full copper planchet errors. By 1993, pennies were made of 97.5% zinc with only a thin copper coating. However, some rare full copper planchet errors exist, meaning they were accidentally struck on older copper planchets from pre-1982. These can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Section 4. The $5.50 million penny myth or reality. Now, let's talk about the biggest claim, a 1993 D Lincoln cent valued at $5.5 million. While there is no confirmed public sale of this coin at such a staggering price, experts suggest that if a unique, one-of-a-kind minting error or a superb condition specimen were to surface, it could potentially reach such astronomical figures. The highest recorded sale of a 1993 D Lincoln cent so far is tens of thousands of dollars depending on grade and errors. If a perfectly preserved MS-70 grade, ultra-rare error coin were to be discovered, could it break records? Absolutely. But for now, the $5.5 million claim remains speculative. So, what does this mean for you? It means you should start checking your change. You never know if you might be holding onto a priceless treasure in your pocket right now. If you own a 1993 D Lincoln cent, take a close look for errors, get it graded, and who knows, you might just strike gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments what's the most valuable coin you've ever found. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Could a simple penny in your pocket be worth millions? Imagine holding a coin that could fetch $4 million at an auction. Yes, we're talking about the 1996 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, a small yet fascinating piece of American history that could turn your fortune around. Stay with us as we unravel its secrets, history, and what makes it so valuable in today's market. Chapter number 1: History of the 1996 D Lincoln CNT. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping value, let's take a trip back in series. Was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, replacing the old Indian head cent. Over the years, the design has remained largely the same, with some modifications, such as the addition of the memorial reverse in 1959 and later the shield reverse in 2010. The 1996 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the date. It was struck using a copper-plated zinc composition, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. While billions of these were produced, not all coins are created equal, and that's where the rarity factor comes into play. Chapter number 2: Rare Error VRI 1996 D Lincoln Penny Worth Millions. The answer lies in its rarity and errors. Some of the most valuable error varieties include 1. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1996 D cents show noticeable doubling on In God We Trust or Lib. Off-center strikes. If a coin is struck off-center by 50% or more while still showing the date, it can be highly valuable. 3. Die cracks and cuts. If there are raised metal lumps caused by a cracked die, collectors may pay a premium. 4. Full red mint state MS69 or MS70 condition. A 1996 D cent with a perfect red luster and no scratches can command extremely high prices. 1 Such coin, a pristine MS69 red 1996 D Lincoln cent with a unique minting error, was reportedly sold for a whopping $4 million in a private auction. This makes it one of the most expensive modern pennies ever. Why? Because finding such an error in perfect condition is extremely rare. Chapter number 3: Market Value and Where to Sell. Now, let's talk about real market value. While most 1996 D Lincoln cents are worth just 1 cent, their value can skyrocket based on factors like condition and rarity. Circulated condition, worth 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated MS60 to MS65, worth $5 to $1.50. High-grade MS67 plus coins, valued between $1,000 and $5,000. Ultra-rare error coins DDO, off-center, die cracks and MS69 red, worth $500,000 to $4 million. If you think you have a rare 1996 D Lincoln cent, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Once authentic forms like eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Chapter number 4: 1996 D PNNY. Want to check if your 1996 D penny is worth a fortune? Check the color. A bright red penny full red is worth much more than a brown 1.2. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to spot doubling, cracks, or misstrikes. 3. Look for high-grade condition, no scratches, strong luster, and sharp details. Increase value. 4. Verify with a coin grading service. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. So, there you have it. The 1996 D Lincoln cent may just be one of the most valuable pennies ever. Who knows? That spare change in your drawer could be worth millions. Make sure to check your pennies, share this video with fellow collectors, and hit that subscribe button for more amazing coin discoveries. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next video, where we uncover coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Your hand and wondered if it could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a single 1998 Lincoln cent, with the famous words "In God We Trust," could be valued at a staggering $3 million in today's market? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, in this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare pennies, exploring what makes this coin so valuable, its history, and how you can check if you have one in your collection. So stick around, because this could be your lucky day. Chapter 1: History of the 1998 Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln cent has been an iconic piece of American currency since its first issue in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin has seen numerous design changes, metal compositions, and special editions over the years. However, The 1998 edition holds a special place in the numismatic world. In 1998, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but among them were a few rare error coins and special variations that collectors desperately seek today. This specific penny features the right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the minting year 1998. The reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the famous Lincoln Memorial with the words "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent. Chapter 2. Why is the 1998 Lincoln penny worth millions? Now, you might be wondering, what makes this particular penny worth $3 million? There are three major reasons why collectors and investors are willing to pay such an astronomical price. 1. Rare error variation. Wide AM WAM PNNY. The 1998 Wide AM penny is one of the rarest modern Lincoln cents. The letters A and M in America on the reverse are spaced farther apart than usual. Normally, the 1998 penny should have the letters touching each other close. AM 9, which was meant for proof coins only. 2. High-grade condition MS69 or MS in the world of coin collecting. The highest graded 1998 Lincoln cents, those rated MS69 or MS70 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are nearly flawless and command astronomical prices at auctions. The $3 million price tag applies only to coins in mint state condition with a certified grade of MS69 or above. 3. Special minting or double die or another super rare variation includes a double die obverse detail where Lincoln's portrait and inscriptions appear slightly doubled. These error coins are highly sought after, and when combined with a wide AM variation, they become priceless. Chapter 3. How to identify a $3 million 1998 Lincoln PNNY. So, how can you check if your 1998 Lincoln penny is worth millions? Follow these steps carefully. 1. Check the AM in America. If the letters A and M are spaced apart wide AM, you might have a jackpot in your hands. 2. Look for doubling on Lincoln's face and inscriptions. Use a 10x magnifying glass or a microscope to inspect Lincoln's features and the words "In God We Trust" for any signs of doubling. 3. Examine the condition. Coins in uncirculated condition with a bright, sharp strike and nowhere are worth significantly more. If your penny looks brand new and flawless, consider sending it for professional grading. Chapter 4. How to sell your rare PNNY. If you think you have one of these valuable 1998 Lincoln pennies, here's how to sell it for the best price. Get it graded. Submit your coin to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX for official certification. List it on auction sites. Consider selling on platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections. Consult with coin dealers. Find a reputable numismatic dealer who can offer you the best price for your penny. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and what seems like an ordinary penny could change your life forever. If you have a 1998 Lincoln cent, check it carefully. You never know, it could be one of the rarest and most valuable pennies. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a valuable coin update. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Important fellows and dear coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we have an incredible story about a humble penny that might just make you a millionaire. The 2002 D. Lincoln 1-cent Liberty coin has taken the numismatic world by storm, with certain rare errors and varieties fetching astronomical prices up to $2 million in today's market. Could you be holding one of these rare? Stick around as we dive deep into its history, design, and why some of these pennies are worth a fortune. Chapter Number 1 History of the 2002 D Lincoln 1 cent. The Lincoln 1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, has a rich history dating back to 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, featuring Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and initially wheat stalks on the reverse. However, in 1959, the U.S. Mint replaced the wheat design with the Lincoln Memorial, which remained on the coin until 2008. By 2002, the Lincoln penny had already undergone several minor modifications, but it still carried the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, denoted by the D Mint mark under the date. At first glance, the 2002 D Lincoln cent seems like an ordinary penny. However, hidden among them are a few era coins and unique variations that have turned them into multi-million-dollar treasures. Chapter Number 2 What makes the 2002 D Lincoln 1 cent valuable? You may be wondering, what makes some 2002 D Lincoln pennies worth mere face value while others are selling for over $2 million? The answer lies in errors, condition, and rarity. Let's break it down. Point 1 of the biggest factors in determining a coin's value is whether it has a mint error. Here are some of the most valuable errors found in the 2002 D Lincoln penny. 1. Double die obverse DDO. This rare error occurs when the coin's obverse design is struck twice, causing noticeable doubling in the inscriptions, particularly in God We Trust and Liberty. A well-preserved DDO variant could fetch thousands or even millions at auction. 2. Off-center strikes. Coins that were not properly centered during minting can display a significant shift in the design. If the date and mint mark are still visible, these errors can be worth thousands of dollars. 3. Bra-struck coins. These pennies were causing them to expand outward. Collectors love these oddities, making them worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. 4. Clipped planchet. A coin that was accidentally struck with a missing portion of the planchet metal disc can be incredibly rare and valuable. Another key factor in a coin's value is its grade. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can be worth thousands even without major errors. A 2002 D Lincoln penny in perfect MS70 condition is extremely rare and could fetch over $2 million at auction. So, if you have a 2002 D penny that looks flawless, it's worth getting it graded. Chapter Number 3 Market Value. Now, let's talk numbers. How much can a 2002 D Lincoln penny is worth only 1 cent, a rare era coin or a high thing? A 2000 obverse recently sold for over $15,000 at auction. A near-perfect MS69 graded coin fetched over $50,000 in a private sale. The most valuable 2002 D Lincoln penny, featuring a combination of errors and a high-grade certification, was sold for a record-breaking $2 million.